Hi, I'm Stuart. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back. Thanks for viewing my video. In this video, I give my review of Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. This book is a thriller/mystery. It is mostly told in the third person by Jet. She is a 27-year-old young woman who was studying law at a college, but she had to drop out because of a serious health condition. She moves back in with her parents in the town she grew up in. Her mother doesn't treat her particularly well, nor does her older brother, who is married and moved away from the parents but does live in town with his wife, who was Jet's best friend, but once she got involved with her brother, once she got involved with Jet's brother, she basically stopped being a friend to Jet. Jet's father does treat Jet well. They live in a small Vermont town. Early in the book, Jet is brutally attacked. She doesn't see her attacker. She survives the attack, but her life expectancy is seriously shortened. Jet doesn't feel like she's accomplished anything significant in her life, so she decides she wants to solve the mystery of who attacks her, because that would be a great accomplishment for her. She only has 7 days to survive the attack. Now I'm going to give a bit of a spoiler, but it's not that big of a spoiler because you'll see it in the synopsis, but to me I think it would be better if people didn't even know this. So I'll put the spoiler warning at the bottom of the page, and then I will give this mild spoiler. After surviving the attack, Jet is given a choice by the doctor that's treating her. The doctor tells her that doctor says that there is a fragment of bone that is in her brain that is going to impinge upon a section of her brain, which will, when it does, will kill Jet. Jet can have an operation to remove this bone, but there's only a 10% chance of survival. Or she can just accept the 90% and that she's going to die, and she has 7 days until she will die because of this. So that's where the 7 days come from. That's why she's under a time crunch. So now I'm going to go back. This is the non-spoilery part. As I said, that was just a mild spoiler, but just wanted to mention that because it is on the synopsis of the book. And you'll hear booktubers when they talk about this book mention it. But I thought it'd be better if people kind of come upon that part blind. Jet can be a little prickly at times, but I understood where she was coming from and I wanted her to succeed. Some of the people in this small Vermont town that Jet interacts with are very unlikable. I did feel that the solution of the mystery was a little bit forced, but I did enjoy the mystery overall. There are some deaths in this book, including a child death. There are injuries that are described in detail. I recommend this book to anyone who wants to read a good... One thing I should say too is that there are those who consider this book reads like a YA novel, and I can see where they're coming from, but my view on that is that because Jet was forced to move back in with her parents in the town she grew up with, that kind of forces the person to kind of make it seem like maybe she's younger than she really is. I only mention that because I know there's people that don't like YA novels, and because a lot of people do think this reads like a YA novel, that might be off-putting. But I understood why Jet might read a little younger than she was, because if you're forced to move back with your parents in the town you grew up with, you tend to revert with some of your behaviors that you had when you were younger. And you interact with people that you knew when you were younger. And I recommend this book to anyone who wants to read a good thriller/mystery. If any of the concerns I mentioned are a problem for you, you may not want to read the book. If you've read this book or anything else by Holly Jackson, I would be interested in knowing what you think. If you'd like to let me know, please add a comment. If you can't think of anything else to comment, please add a hammer emoji. If you read the book, you'll understand why I picked that emoji. I hope you're having a wonderful reading week. I hope you're having a wonderful week in general. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe, please hit the bell to get notified when I upload future videos.